As crime around campus has increased, learn how to keep you and your fellow Cougs safe.
And hear about the historic weekend WSU Athletics had next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening. I'm Emmett Savoris.
And I'm Grady Glover. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Our top story tonight, WSU police are currently investigating an assault that allegedly occurred at a dorm residence. The assault reportedly occurred this past weekend inside the Olympia dormitory. The male suspect knocked on the door, then assaulted the man once the door opened. If you have any information on the situation, please contact the WSU Police Department.
A gun was accidentally fired off in a College Hill apartment on Saturday. The individual told the police he didn't realize the gun was loaded when he squeezed the trigger. The officer said no one was harmed but couldn't locate where the round of ammunition went. This is a good reminder to all to treat guns as if they are always loaded, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire, and always be aware of your surroundings.
The Pullman Police Department is looking for two suspects who allegedly stole over $5,000 from registers at Walmart. The theft took place on August 27th at the Pullman Walmart, and police are urging anyone with information on the case to contact Pullman PD. Now,
community members in Seattle's University District are looking for solutions following two separate shootings this past weekend. One shooting led to a hit and run on a pedestrian and caused a casualty. A separate incident occurred Sunday when a bar shooting led to 4 individuals being injured. The Seattle police say the suspect fled before they arrived and no arrests have been made. Students are calling for more mental health services and to add more police around the neighborhoods near campus.
Since the crime here at WSU and the University of Washington has increased, our reporter Reese Holmes has more on how to keep you safe.
Right. I'm joining you here live in front of WSU Police Department's Public Safety Building to give you guys a couple tips on how to avoid an active shooter if one were to ever be on campus. Just this last weekend, WSU PD and Pullman PD had to respond to more calls than usual for crimes ranging from theft to dorm violence to a shooting. Now, in the event of an active shooter, your first line of defense will be to evacuate. Get as far away from the person as possible. Leave the building or find a safe building and evacuate the premises. Now, your second line of defense will be to hide. Silence your cell phones and get to a quiet place with no windows and a lock. If you can't do that and you can't run away, then your final line of defense is to fight back. Now, this is your very last line of defense, so please do not resort to this unless absolutely necessary. Reporting live for Murrow News 8, I'm Reese Holmes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Reese. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. There are several great locations to get help in Pullman if you feel like you need to reach out to someone. On your screen is contact information for 3 mental health resources in Pullman. Please call if you need to get mental health help.
The minimum wage in Washington is increasing once again. The Washington State Department of Labor and Industries announced Friday that it will increase to $15.74 an hour in 2023. This is up $1.25 from the current rate. This 8.66% increase is due to rising costs of everyday goods such as housing, groceries, and medical costs, according to L&I. This will also affect minimum paid drivers who work for companies like Uber and Lyft.
Washington State ferry riders who are 18 and under can now ride the ferries for free. Kind of. This was made possible by the $16.9 billion Move Ahead Washington legislation being passed earlier this year. Those 18 and under will not have to pay if they are walking on or if they are youth passengers in someone else's car, but drivers under the age of 19 will still have to pay the adult vehicle and driver fee. The Seattle area has been unusually dry.
And a conviction that caused a local music store to close. What is the Pullman community saying about this? Find out next on Murrow News 8.
An iconic Pullman shop is experiencing a closure after its owner is facing some serious legal consequences. Our reporter Ivy Shank has more on that from downtown Pullman.
On the corner of Olson and Kamiakin, Adam Hart Music has been a longtime fixture of downtown Pullman and the local music scene until the shop's owner, Victor Hudak, was charged with first-degree child molestation.
I kind of found out on social media, and I was really taken aback because, I've supported this store for a couple of years now. I'd never had any bad interaction.
Because of the owner's convictions, Adam Hart has been left permanently closed, leaving a hole in the local Pullman music scene.
I'm a big proponent of supporting local business. Also, just buying things online, kind of takes that charm out of it.
Locals say they understand the priority of keeping our children safe, but are sad to see the store go.
It's bittersweet. Obviously, the owner was up to things that you want to get taken off the streets. You don't want to have people engaging in the Pullman community like this, but it also sucks because it was the local Pullman shop.
Now that the shop is closed, buying options for local musicians like Will are now much more limited.
I think it would take some considerable change for me to support it again. It had to be, obviously not associated with the owner at all. A name change probably would be in order, just, kind of disconnect from that negative stigma that it would have.
For now, until a new business takes its place, the skeleton of Adam Hart Music remains in downtown Pullman. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Ivy Shank.
Seattle is experiencing record weather this week as summer temperatures have pushed all the way into October. Sunday was 80 degrees, the first 80-degree day in October since 1993. Seattle's also experiencing one of the driest stretches it has ever had, with only 11 days of rain since July 1st. The weather is coming from what meteorologists are calling a strong ridge of high pressure that is causing these high temperatures. So it's clear the summer isn't over on the west side, but what about the east side? Derek, what's the weather looking like in Pullman?
Well, Grady, it's looking like a lot more of the same over here. So we got, with today's weather, we got a good high of about 78 degrees with a low of 46, and a small wind of about 8 miles per hour. So, and then, some earlier sunsets coming up. We got the fall coming in. That's really the only thing that's changing, though. So for tomorrow's temperatures, we got a high of 81 with a low of 45 as well, and just the same little bit amount of wind here. But looking across the map, it looks like our friends in Seattle are actually going to finally get some cool down here. So they got a high of 69 today with some cloudy conditions. And in Olympia, we got about the same thing, 69 with a low of 50. Yakima and the Tri-Cities over here, so we got them at 84 degrees. They're the hottest part of the state for sure. And so over here in Spokane, we got our neighbors in Spokane got a high of 81 and low of 49. And then moving on to our 5-day forecast. So we got just a lot of sunny conditions here this week. So just pretty just solid segment of 81 degrees through, about 79 degrees. So tomorrow, obviously I mentioned that earlier. Then if you go over here to 70, on Friday we got 76 degrees. So before that volleyball game, it'll be pretty hot. And then Saturday we got 75 and Saturday and Sunday we got 75 and 75. So it's going to be really comfortable this weekend. So that's all I got for weather for you today, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you very much, Derek. Coming up, we're going to take a look at some of the record-breaking weekend of the women of WSU athletics.
And one Seattle Pro sports team is going to the playoffs. More on that next on Murrow News 8.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right, no employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Major headlines were made in volleyball's recent matchup against the Cal Bears. Standout Magda tied a match record with 11 total blocks, and Pia Timmer surpassed 1,000 career kills. The pair tied for the team lead in the match with 13 kills apiece. The two valuable players aided WSU to cruise past Cal 3-0 for its second consecutive road Pac-12 win. This hard work did not go unrecognized. WSU's very own Magda was named Pac-12's Defensive Player of the Week. The honor comes as no surprise after the middle blocker averaged 2.7 blocks per set and had a team-high 3.57 kills per set last weekend. Magda is a senior from the Czech Republic and currently ranks 16th in the nation with 1.43 blocks per set. In more exciting news, WSU women's swimming opened its season with its Crimson and Gray scrimmage. The season opener saw Team White claim 11 of the 19 races to beat Team Gray and Team Black at Gibb Pool on Friday. Several underclassmen rose to the occasion in their first meet. Freshman Kirsten Geode won 5 races, Emily Lungden added 4 wins, and Dory Hathazi broke the Gibb Pool record in the 200 fly. It was a great weekend for Washington sports fans. The longest drought in North American sports history is officially over. The Mariners have clinched their first playoff spot in 21 years, thanks to a walk-off home run from Kyle Roley. The Mariners will be hosting wildcard watch parties Friday at T-Mobile Park when they take on either the Toronto Blue Jays or the Cleveland Guardians. So, where are you guys watching from this weekend?
I know I'm going to be watching from my apartment right here in Pullman. I cannot wait to miss it.
Yeah, I'm going to Georgia this weekend, but I'm going to have to find some sort of TV that's going to be broadcasting the M's first playoff game, and literally, I've never been alive. So, it's really going to be interesting. So, coming up next, the last community market of the season is this Tuesday, so get your fresh produce while you can. Next on Murrow News 8.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, yes, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber.
Breathe right into your foot.
Your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker.
On your left.
Your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot. Your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Today is the last Tuesday community market of the season at the Latah County Fairgrounds. The market has live music, home decor, plants, homemade crafts, beer, and food. Again, the last one of the season before it starts up again next year.
Thank you guys for watching. If you missed any of it, you can find our newscasts always on our YouTube channel.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.